Greetings, folks. Welcome to another program in the series, Homo Politicus on Enterprise TV. What we do is simple, interrogate issues thrown up by my country, your country. Today, desperate times, 10 northern governors to fly to US to learn how to protect region. You know, a great mind once said, we do not see things as they are, we see things as we are. Another way of putting it is this: the way we see things reflect who we are. It's been said, though, that there are no desperate situations, but desperate men. Or how else do we rationalize this development? 10 northern governors will fly to the United States to learn how to protect their region. The gist is that the African Center at the U.S. Institute of Peace has invited Governor Diko Rada of Katsina State and 9 other governors to a symposium on peace and security in northern Nigeria. We hear the invitations are to governors from the northwest and north central zones. So let's assume that the bills will be settled by the American Center. But there's something to know and appreciate about problem solving. We must all accept responsibility for the problem before we can solve it. We hope the Americans would solve a problem caused by us. Let's go there and discuss. My 2 discussants are familiar to you. Dr. Alabisi Deji Folutile, journalist, public affairs analyst, has joined us. Dr. Folutile, I greet you. Welcome.
Thank you.
We also have Akin Fatunke, a chartered accountant and political commentator. Akin, welcome.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so 10 northern governors are to fly to the US to learn how to protect region. It's no laughing matter. Let's thrash the thing out, yeah.
You said something in your intro that as for the bill that granted the United States is going to foot the bill, that is an assumption.
Okay.
I think that is an assumption. I also think that this is a program that the United States probably put together, and naturally that Center for African Development for Peace or whatever is an agency in the United States. It has its own responsibility to do its own thing, and it's talking about peace based on what it sees happening in the northern parts of Nigeria. So based on that, that is why it is organizing that symposium. But now for you to now invite these governors to come over to learn how to protect their region, it's funny. You said it's not a laughing matter. It's a funny thing, because I don't even know where that is coming from. I don't know why the choice of these governors. I don't know why, what it entails, what is involved. I don't know what the US is also trying, the message that the US is also trying to pass across, because it's also a diplomatic issue. So a lot of things are into these things, and to now assume that these governors are going to go to the US, what they are going for is a symposium.
Okay.
It's just a symposium, a talk show. There is nothing more than that. It's not. Don't let us decorate it. Don't let us sugarcoat it. They are going for like a conference, a symposium, where people will come and deliver papers and all of that, and they will now talk. It's just and they will clap and they will leave. They are not going to. It's nothing more serious than that, and it's not even something that, of course, we cannot blame the United States agency for inviting the governors. That is the right protocol.
Yeah.
Yes, but it is the governors that have the responsibility to now nominate individuals. Individuals, relevant individuals, to represent the state in this symposium.
But I'm sure you know that for 10 governors, each of them
we go with nothing less than maybe another 50 or other, maybe 38. So you can imagine 300 people leaving Nigeria to go and attend a symposium on how to secure a region where we know for sure that even these terrorists, the bandits and the rest, they have the direct numbers of these so-called governors. They communicate with them,
They are not
they
so-called.
relate
They
with
are,
them.
They are governors. They are not so-called.
I'm sorry for that statement.
No, okay.
Yeah, so they relate with these governors, they communicate with them. In essence, what I'm saying is that the governors, they know the bandits, they know their leaders, they know almost everyone involved in
Otherwise,
this.
they know where the problem is.
They know where the problem is, and we even hear that some of them empower these people to become what they were when they use them as political tools. So it's such a long and winding thing that first of all you want to laugh and you want to cry. So in between I don't even now know what to do.
Yeah. Aki, Bisi is not speaking for you, or is she?
There's no way BC will not speak for
Your
me,
mind.
for me and my mind and the mind of right-thinking Nigerians and friends of Nigeria. And if I borrow one of my friends' popular outburst on television, I talk about Chika Opala, Zebudaya alias 430.
Yeah.
This is fa 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 fa.
Wow.
I want to say that, like BC has said, one, jump on her back and tell the world that that assumption that the institutes will be footing the bills, even if they, but I know they will not foot the bills. There is no free lunch in Freetown, they say? Oh, okay. No free lunch in Nigeria. And I can also tell you for free, having worked an international oil company, an American oil company, we know some of the things by way of feedback that we get from them. They wave a little carrot, and that now, the real move to go and do this macabre dance that we want to go and do out there emanates from here, not necessarily there. Thirdly, from the intelligence
You mean
page,
it could have been deliberate?
it is deliberate.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about these doctors. Now, even in the private sector, it's deliberate. Okay, I know situations where, and then going back to history now, when we wanted to start the MPA, the Airports Authority, and they invited technical people to come. Nigerians said, no, we are coming there. We better come there. When it came to issue of refineries, at least that much I should know. We have problems with refineries in Nigeria. We can provide a solution. We are going to send two technical people. No, please stay there. I will take my own entourage here and go there. All because of what you call corruption, or what you call polo mentality, and what have you. I remember about 14 years ago precisely, I was on a training amongst other people from different parts of the world in America, the American Council. And this gentleman, please let me save him the name, who predicted that this Nigerian house must fall, saw me just standing on my own, and then this was ahead of third term or no third term for President Obasanjo. And he said, gentlemen, I see you are quiet. Well, I'm quiet, yeah, just watching. He says, do you really feel in your heart of hearts that Obasanjo should not come back? we believe in him. We don't believe that he had somebody that might be able to take over. And I said, but that's against our democratic norms. Oh, and I said, oh, okay, I quite understand, but we just feel, we don't think.
Did he tell you who the we were?
The American Council. Now, let me tell you how this works. The American Council depends on each country. So, like in Nigeria, we have the ExxonMobil. So, the ExxonMobil will give them, a kind of review of a SWOT of our politics. What happens to who, if this particular person comes in, how is it going to affect business, private sector, the American businesses, and what have you. And we have sat down and given what they had to imbibe. There is no time, okay, I've participated in about 2. There is no time that we brought in the eggheads, including Ray Epu. I believe Ray Epu is still alive. And we brought them together and said, please give us your scenario. If this happens, what are your predictions? They took it line and sinker, and they keep on asking, you mean this kind of brain exists here in Nigeria? And see what we are now trying to do. 10 governors out of 19. I don't know how they picked the 10. We'll now go out there. Vast majority, with due respect.
We told you specifically Northwest, North Central.
Okay, Northwest, North Central. So what happened to Northeast? It's not part of the North? Look,
maybe not trouble in their estimation.
They play. I am glad, because when I looked at this, my favorite governor, my favorite governor in Professor Zulum is not in that mix.
Jamboree.
So I see a Sani Uba of Kaduna has left Kaduna to go find out how to secure capturing children and putting them on when they know, and they are not taking along for good measure. They are not taking Gumi along with them, because they all know what the problems are, how we are doing non-state actors, how we are capturing girls, how we are capturing boys, how we are butchering boys. So you need to now go.
Otherwise, knowing the end from the beginning.
You now know how to go to that place to go and learn how to. The next thing that we are going to get to learn about the Nigerians' palace and very laughable situation is that we go there to go and learn how to sink boreholes. We go there to learn how to do the fighting of Daku. We already have a Daku senator anyway. Well, for those who understand, this is circumcision. Money spent on circumcision. We don't know how to do it anymore here. We go to America to go and look for the science. We need to go out there. When these people can come, sit with us. Donald Trump was the president of America. His Secretary of State at that time was the chief samurai of ExxonMobil, Rex Tillerson. He came to Nigeria and met our Obasanjo and met so many other people in there. And questions were being asked about our refineries that is still in comatose. That we can come, we can tell you that your refineries are sitting on a bed of oil. We can come and help. What we began to hear after you shifted the men away from the boys is that we are going to come there. Come and learn how to do things. So they went in a jamboree there. In Abuja, they go to play golf. Left everything here. All the CEOs of all majors, I'm sure they are listening to me and they can't controvert what I am saying. We are playing. We are not serious. We are a laughing stock to the world. And because they have dangled this, you know what the Americans are saying? You know what the Americans are saying? I don't need to wait for them, for intelligence to tell you. Dangle that stick in front of them, they will just come grabbing you like that big word, M. Okay, I don't want to use the word.
Okay.
Like that thing that climbs on trees and all that kind of thing. We are shaming ourselves. Nigeria, I am afraid that we are not capable.
Okay, you think you are in a wild dream, a crazy dream.
I think I'm in a bad dream, as if I am even wetting my bed at this my age. It's as bad as that. How come? What's going on? What is going on in our country? How will people, Citizen Jones, These people will go and they will come back and you'll be calling them excellencies. What kind of country?
And the problems will remain.
And the problem will continue to regress. If the problem remains on the same, we tell even thank God, it's regressing. And we see that happening all
regressing the country.
Regressing the country, regressing
the problems are there.
And then people will now go with their green passport, and you expect anybody to respect this kind of passport based on what our rulers are doing.
BC, we do not see things as they are, we see things as we are.
Yeah. Who are we?
So these problems are man-made, we have agreed,
Yeah.
and they remain there for as man says yes.
You know, the interesting thing is that I don't know who canceled these governors to issue that stupid statement.
Which statement?
That statement of their invites and their decision to go and learn how to protect Nigeria.
You know what happens? Please look at that statement again, and this is how they deceive themselves and deceive us. So about 2 or 3...
Or attempt to deceive us.
They now then said, during this seminar, I just want to add this to it. We are going to be discussing some bilateral...
Exactly, yes, and business is also going to serve as a business.
In a north that is bedeviled with insecurity, with flooding, with so many things happening in there. In Niger State alone, the land in Niger State can feed virtually the world, including Israel.
Yeah.
But then, they will not put that one to say, let me just use this one to deceive us. Who are they deceiving? You can't be deceiving. I'm sorry.
No,
BC, please go ahead.
No, actually, like I said before, I don't know if I should be crying or laughing over this matter. You are asking our problems not the way they are or the way but the way we see it.
Yeah. We do not see our problems as they are, but we see them as we are.
Honestly,
meaning these problems are created by us, and somebody from outside our house is telling me how to solve the problem.
To the problem that
the solutions you already know.
Exactly. And unfortunately, I am now even happy, and I want to even spend money to go learn nothing from those who don't even probably understand that problem as much as I do. And that is why that big M, that big word M, that he said, we will not quarrel with anyone.
And ending with why?
Yes, when they want to use it against us. Because really when you see the way...
You think they still see us as monkeys?
Even me, myself, I cannot help myself if I am not a Nigerian. And I see the way, from the way we behave here, we do a lot of nonsense things, including this one. I won't be able to help myself not to think that people who behave like this are subhuman. Because if you can think, you should know what steps to take. You should know where to go. This is a region where the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria, they are housing the greatest number of out-of-school children in Nigeria. And we all know the relationship between education and development.
Add to that the refusal to train the girl child.
Exactly.
No premium.
No, because of them, up till now, that is why we have not domesticated the Child Rights Act. Generally in Nigeria, they will tell you that each state should domesticate it because they don't want anything that will affect that right to marry off a 9-year, 10-year, 11-year-old child and all of that. And their own children, mark you, go to the best of schools.
And don't get married at 10.
No,
10,
and
12.
their daughters, they go to the best of schools. They don't get married at age 8 or 10. They get married to adults like themselves and they enjoy life. So you just see a kind of selfish attitude playing out there. And really,
put simply, as the wise man also said, there are no desperate situations, there are desperate men.
these ones are not even desperate to solve problem. I would have loved a situation where I have desperate men who are interested in desperately interested in solving problems. But these are desperate men who are desperately interested in protecting and enjoying, accumulating, and being ridiculed and disgraced.
And come back in a blaze of glory.
Exactly.
Was it David Turu, actually, that made the point that Henry Turu said that it's not what you are shown, it's what you decide to see.
Yeah.
So they have decided to see corruption. These are people, and you begin to wonder the quality of rulership. What do you expect? What do you expect from these people? I want to also balance it. Yes, 10 governors in the north. It's not as if those in the south may be any better. And we also have governors in the south that we know have gone to do parties in some funny island and all.
Aki, we agree. All parts of Nigeria are hurting.
Nigeria
it's not just the northern part.
It's not just hurting. Nigeria is not being governed appropriately. And now, please, I want to delineate that. These are the subnational levels. These are about the most powerful set of stakeholders in this country. Now, we are getting into the rainy period. The Lagdo term is still out there. These guys are not, they don't care. Some of the governors went and were doing disco in Dubai. You know all that. So, I am saying.
But they are also human beings.
Well, I am not sure. I'm not sure. Like my sister has said, you can call those kind of people human beings. They come to a tomorrow that we are beginning to see when there won't be any immunity, and then that's when they now know that they are really normal human beings.
Well, we must apply the brakes here. But let me thank both of you for coming, Dr. Olabisi Deji Folutile. Many thanks for your time, ma'am.
Thanks for having me.
Akin Fatunke, I can't thank you enough.
Thank you very much. Nigeria will be better. We must continue to put their feet to fire.
So, 10 governors invited to the U.S. essentially to learn how to protect the northern region. One of my guests is talking about the invitation and the symposium as a macabre dance. The coming days will tell us a lot more. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.